My name is Alexander Pfeiffer, and I'd like to give you an overview on our paper, Development and Operations of Emerging Technologies Labs and Makerspaces in the Midst of the COVID-19 Crisis. A case study. The case study is built on the Space to One Future, tech lab for pupils and teachers in the 21st district called Floridsdorf in Wien, in Austria. My colleagues are Michael Fleischacker, the head of the lab, Stephen Betziner, a tech lab expert from Malta, and Sandra Stellerpfeifer, an experienced media educator. So before you start building such a lab, you need to look onto role models and other labs. And for the Space to One Future, the Othello network from Upper Austria was such a role model. And especially during the COVID-19 crisis, they showed how to reach the pupils in their families, although they were not able to physically visit the labs. Very inspiring was also the Tech Lab in the Technical Museum in Vienna, and they showed how you can conduct short sessions, 2 hours, 3 hours, and gain the interest of the young pupils on the one hand, and on the other hand, to take those young pupils and further deepen the interest and work with them to get better in the subjects they decided to opt in. Then there is the MITA Emerging Technologies Lab in Malta. The MITA Lab is designed for grown-ups, for professionals working at the Malta Information Technology Agency. But what they showed perfectly is that you can have like one lab, one room, but you can easily switch this room into a place of interest for different topics. On one day VR, AR on the other, 3D printing on the third. So we learned how to transform the topic of the lab easily. Then there is the STEAM initiative from the city of Cambridge. And here we learned especially how to attract the interest of young girls for technical professions. And of course, the Future Learning Lab in Vienna, operated by the Teacher Academy or by the University College of Teacher Education, Vienna. From the research findings or related research or inspiring research, how you like to call it, we took a look on the Future of Job Report 2020. And here, for example, the bullet points: technology use, monitoring and control, and technology design and programming as future skills. Then there is the 5A model for media literacy by Paul Michaelidis. He says that access to media is important, awareness of context credibility, assessment of how media portrays events and issues, appreciation for the diversity of information, and action to become part of the dialogue. Also very inspiring for us is the work of Henry Jenkins. He described already in early 2000s in his book, Confronting the Challenges of Participatory Culture, how media education for the 21st century should look like. And from his list, there are some aspects that are truly and very interesting for the lab, which is, for example, play, the capacity to experiment with your surroundings as a form of problem solving, multitasking, the ability to scan one's environment and shift focus as needed to details, collective intelligence, the ability to pool knowledge and compare notes with others towards a common goal, judgment, the ability to evaluate the reliability and credibility of different information sources, transmedia navigation, the ability to follow the flow of stories and information across multiple modalities, and networking, the ability to search for, synthesize, and dissemination information. And then, of course, there's BFK, the nonprofit organization with the mission of realizing the power and promise of the 21st century learning for every student. And there, the world famous 4 C's: critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. And when we design our sessions in the lab and off the lab, we always have a close look, especially at the matchmaking with the 4 C's, which of our sessions are especially suitable to foster the skills based on the 4C model. In our paper, we started with a needs and impact analysis. And here, I think we clearly stated that makerspaces and fab labs are quite important for the development of children and young people in general, especially in regards to the future career choices, in regards to reaching out to girls and young ladies in the topic of technical and creative professions, but also to reach out to kids, for example, from weaker families, and there provide regular support. And yes, they're also important for teacher training, and that it really works with those labs. You need kind of a decentralized structure. It has to be possible that on a day trip, schools can reach out to the lab and can book a short 2 to 3, 4 hours session there to teachers together with staff from the lab. Then in the COVID-19 crisis, especially, we asked what such a lab can do, as due to the lockdown, no excursions are allowed from the school. And here, the ideas from the Space to One Future, on the one hand for the Lab to Go boxes, and on the other hand for designing online challenges where all the schools and pupils can participate, have been evaluated in a good manner. So usually, if there would not be the COVID crisis, the kids, together with the teachers, would visit the Space to One Future. The Space to One Future is equipped with the newest learning technologies, like the RoboKits, like Bbots, like a SnapMaker, like Osobots, Lego Education, etc., etc. And the team of the Space to One Future designed the sessions with this equipment based on the theoretical models discussed before. And so there are different sessions per equipment, so to say, because the equipment alone does not make a proper media education. And here the team tried to also focus on further skills like team play, like storytelling, and others during the pedagogical concepts designed. You find some deeper explanations in the paper. During the COVID-19 crisis, the team of the lab started some efforts like the to-go boxes. So as you know, the schools were not completely closed, so some kids still were able to participate or to go to school, but basically for the families where the parents have system relevant jobs, but the main education was due distant and online learning. But we, or the team of the Space to One Future, designed lab to go boxes. For example, here the Osobots, with how to use Osobots to gain interest in technology, in robotics on the one hand, and on the other hand, for example, to have this connection with other relevant topics like geography. And then there are 2 online challenges. That one is already finished, the other one will start soon. The Minecraft style lockdown challenge, there the kids had the opportunity to either paint, to use Minecraft or Lego, and to build like the robots of their dreams that might exist in the future and help them in their daily life, and also write an essay about this. And the Run challenge is a challenge where the schools can purchase microbit controllers via the school's budget, and the kids learn how to program a counter for steps. And then we use the gamification platform Move Effect, and we try to walk around as a community and around the globe as often as possible, and collect the kilometers. So we combine physical fitness, walking, jogging, even during the lockdown, with the possibility to actually design and create your own step counter. So if you'd like to learn more about the Space to One Future, please go to the website, unfortunately only in German for now, space2onefuture.at. And of course, you'll find further information in the paper. Thanks very much for your interest, and looking forward to hear from you soon.